The Cowboys beat the Jets 30-10. I try to tell you, but your head hard. But you're going to learn sooner or later. Turn the ball over 4 times. 3 picks, a fumble. As dominating as the Cowboys have been, and I think the thing is that because they've outscored their opponents 70-10, their offensive struggles have gone unnoticed.
Right.
They've been in the red zone 10 times. They've scored 5 touchdowns. They're 21st in red zone touchdown percentage. They've had 10 drives in the red zone. They've only scored touchdowns on 5 of them. Dak is only responsible for 14 of those 70 points. 2 touchdown drives.
So I don't think this is a good test or a good testament to who the Jets really are. This is not a good testament, not at all. Because if you're gonna base testing the Jets off of playing against the best right now, statistically, defensive team in the NFL, that is unfair. That is just unjust, and that's unfair. I'm not basing it off that. I'm looking at the body of work that Zach Wilson has drawn from me. Well, you talking about the past, man. You talking about the past.
Theoretically,
everything resets. It's a new season. It's a new season.
Theoretically, since you say everything is the past, 4:30 to 4:25 today is the past. But I'm just talking about what I saw today. Now, how many games do you think they'll win with that quarterback playing like he played?
Okay, well, one of the things that they don't have to do is they don't have to face that goddamn Cowboys defense every goddamn week. They don't have to face that. So I think defensively, offensively, they'll be in better situations. You can game plan a little better because other teams are going to have weaknesses and other things that you can manipulate offensively and help Zach Wilson out. Being able to put
Can you help him read defenses? Can you help him not throw the ball to the other team?
It's hard to read the defense when number 11 hitting you every time you drop back.
Whoa.
It's hard to read a defense when Mekhi Parsons hitting you upside your head every play you drop back.
Hold on. I need a red flag. I want to challenge something. Because when I told you on Monday night about Josh Allen turning the ball over, you say that's a part of the game. Now all of a sudden, defense ain't a part of the game. The other team's not allowed to have a good defense if we got a crappy quarterback. They need to have a crappy defense to match our crappy quarterback.
No. What we're not going to do is we're not going to call the quarterback crappy. If you have an engine, right? You listening to me? If you have an engine, when you put your key in your ignition, right? And you crank the car. In order for that engine to work, don't every part inside that engine have to be working in unison, right? For that engine to go?
But you already
see there we go. So we can the entire Jets off. Thank you.
I know how we do. Jets. You know what, Ocho? You see, you and I come from basically same kind of upbringing. We wait till the car put us downside the road before we get rid of it. Now, if the fail to crank, you'd have had to have your homeboy, your auntie to come pick you up and take you to work. You know that car gonna put you downside the road one day. But if you know what? You said, nah, I'm good, cuz I just need a spark plug, alternator, battery, a voltage regulator. I need
new battery. Matter of fact, just for context purposes for people watching, Honda 2006. All day.
And when it puts you downside the road, they're like, man, that look like Ochocinco side the road. Man, I know that in Ocho. Hey, now everybody about to get that thing and go live. It got you walking side the road because it's gonna put you down. So you're gonna wait till Zach Wilson actually put you down side the road.
He's not gonna put me down. You understand the analogy I just used. It's a team game.
Yeah.
When things go well, most of the time the quarterback gets the credit. When things don't go well offensively, as they did today, again, you're going against the best defense in the NFL. Like, it's not fair. It's really not fair to judge them off of this game today. And then being thrown into the fire with Aaron Rodgers going down. All I ask from you and the people, the Jets Nation, and even you, Shannon, a little patience. It's only week 2.
Whoa,
I ask you, give Zach Wilson another week.
We're not trying to teach.
That's all I'm asking.
We're not trying to teach kids how to potty over here. We grown ups.
I know we're grown. But you have to understand the situation at hand. Have some type of sympathy and compassion.
How about this here? you've heard people say this a lot. You can never out-exercise a bad diet. No team can overcome bad quarterback play. Not in today's game, because they've made it so restrictive. That's why the running back is not as valuable as he once was, because of what they used to say: bring your run game and your defense, and you can go places. Now they've devalued. They put so much emphasis on. Think about it: the defensive receiver, the incidental contact, the holding, the quarterback. You basically only hit the quarterback between his letters, his numbers. That's the only target you got. You can't hit him in his head. You can't hit him below his waist, and you can't touch anything. You cannot protect. You cannot hide him. There used to be a time you could hide your quarterback.
Yeah.
I can hide every other player on the offensive side of football.
Yeah.
I can slide the line one way or another. I can leave a back end to chip his way through.
Yep. Your receivers, you can stack them up. You put them in motion if they can't get over. Yeah.
I cannot hide that quarter. You can't hide him.
Right.
Peekaboo, they see you, they're gonna make him play. Because once upon a time, you could make your quarterback a cheerleader. Now they made him a participant in the game.
Oh yeah.
No longer a cheerleader.
Right.
He's gonna have to get exponentially better, Ocho, in order for them to go places. Because Miami, I don't know if you noticed, but Miami looked real good.
But very good, very good. I think. But listen, I always believe in Tua, and I think for a little bit is the same way everyone was doubting Tua. Is the same way they doing Zach. It's the same way. Almost. I mean, it's a little bit different because the supporting cast in Miami is a little bit different than that in New York.
Here's the thing. This is what kind of, and we're gonna talk about Cincinnati a little bit. But Joe Burrow, I'm always a little leery when guys just have that 1 year. But we saw Tua over a span play well. We saw Zach Wilson for 1 year, and it was like the Jets were sold on him. Like they had their mind made up. Okay, Joe Burrow's going number one. They identified Zach Wilson without even looking at any of the other quarterbacks. And he had 1 year. He had 1 year. Go look at the year before at BYU.
Right. I mean, the talent speaks for itself, because when you turn the film on, that's what it's all about. It's about, I mean, obviously scouts, what they look at, they do their homework, and they see the film. And when you see the film, it jumps out on you based on what he's able to do.
What jumps out was his ability to throw the football. He threw the ball on one leg, or he was on one knee and threw the ball 60 yards. How many times he going to do that in the NFL? How many quarterbacks you ever seen do that?
Not many, but there are other variables to him that makes him a good quarterback. It just hasn't panned out there. Obviously, he has multiple angles that he can throw the ball from. And when he was coming out in the draft, I said he is Patrick Mahomes-ish. I didn't say he was Patrick Mahomes. So people don't run with, Chad said he was Patrick. I said Patrick Mahomes. You know, the ability to throw the ball, throw a sidearm, throw it over the top. He can throw it with his left. He can do all that, all that pretty stuff too. He just hasn't been able to do it. I think right now, one of the problems, playing in that goddamn New York media can really hurt your confidence. Having games like today, where you turn the ball over, and one of the picks is the goddamn running back fault. But I'm not gonna get into that, because I don't have a presentation to show the people that it ain't always Zach Wilson that's messing these, having these mistakes. But who do they blame it on?
I mean, you know what, Ocho? If I was in the courtroom, I would really like you to be my defense attorney, because you're trying to put up a formidable case. But
no, I'm not trying to put up a case. I'm just.
I got you on video. I got you on video going in the store and coming out with the TV. That's you, Ocho. Is that you, Ocho? So I got all this film on Zach Wilson stinking up the joint. I got it on tape. What, Ocho? When you got into the league, what did they tell you? The eye in the sky don't lie. See, it doesn't know how much money you make. It doesn't know how fast you are. It doesn't know. It doesn't know if you black. It doesn't know if you white. It doesn't know anything. All it does is record what it sees. It captures whatever it is. Now, what has that tape captured?
You're right. You're right about that. You're right about that. But again, today's game is really just does no justice. No justice for that team offensively. No justice for the quarterback's confidence to have to play the best defense in the NFL right now at all. That's just unfair, especially coming off what just happened last week.
What do you think about the Cowboys? Because I think the Cowboys offense is going unnoticed because the defense has been so
playing so well. And that
right.
You know what? The tides are gonna turn now.
Yeah.
Tides are gonna turn.
Yes.
When you first start off, I still remember this day. Defenses, all they got to do is read and react and just go.
Yes.
They fly into the ball, just read and react.
Yes.
Offenses take a little time to gel. The chemistry to build up. I say by the time the Cowboys get to about week 3 or 4 and they turning on all cylinders, then you'll see a different ball game. And the good thing about it is if the defense can continue to play well,
right?
If the defense continue to play well and that offense start to catch up and the identity is showing on both sides,
right?
Man, shit.
But also, we're going to get 4 game tapes on that defense, and we're going to see what they like to consistently run to formations and what they like to do in certain areas of the field. So we're going to get some more intel on things that they're doing. Right now, they're relentless at getting at your quarterback.
Yeah.
Because what they've done is that they're tackling the running back on the way to the quarterback. Dan Quinn said, "The hell with the running back. Go to Michael, Diggy Zua. Go get D-Law. Go get the quarterback."
Yeah.
Damn the running. We'll let Wolf Hunter. We'll let those other guys worry about the running back. Attack the quarterback.
Yeah.
And
they're doing a hell of a job.
What, they've got like 12, 13 sacks in 2 games
already. Diggs, them locking up everything.
Yeah, because they know the ball got to come out quick. I mean, the thing with Diggs,
so all you gotta do is sit there. You ain't got to move. Read 3 step for what? I ain't budging. Throw it.
Because
Let me get that.
Diggs.
Let me get that.
You got to double move Diggs because Diggs biting everything. He looking to get cheap picks.
You ain't even got no time to do no double move. Ain't even no time.
You got no time. You got no time. So the Jets, Aaron Rodgers had surgery shortly after. Dr. Neil Elatrosh of the Curling Joe Clinic out here. I know Dr. Elatrosh. I'm not surprised that he did the surgery. Right. He's a world-renowned top athletes around the world come get their knee done, repaired by him, get their Achilles. He did what they call a speed bridge. And Rodgers is hoping to be able to return during the playoffs. So basically, in 4 months. Now, I don't like especially with the advancement of medicine and the technology that they have. These surgeons are great. Medicine and technology is great. But T.O., we pushing the upper threshold.
Hold on. I need to put on a name tag because you just called me T.O.
Did I? I mean, Ocho, my bad. Man, you got me up here sweating. 4 months, Ocho is. Ooh.
Yeah. That's unheard of for something that takes what 6 to 8 to recover. That's 6 to 8.
That's a 6 to 9 month injury. Easy. Because I think you non-weight bearing for at least the first 6 to 8 weeks. So that's half the time right there.
Right. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I don't really.
Well, where'd you stay at? So pretend to be one right now.
Pretend to be one. Well, if you gonna have a surgery, and I'm not sure what a bridge is, but technology actually is at a point in 2023 where it is that advanced, where him actually coming for the playoffs logically can happen. It can happen. It can happen. But that's scary. It's scary. It's scary.
With that,
there are 2 things you don't play with. There are 2 things in life you don't play with when it comes to playing sports that scare me, even though thank God I've never had those injuries. Your Achilles, you don't want to play with. That groin, you don't want to play with.
Yeah.
You don't want to play with
anything soft tissue because any sudden movement is going to irritate it.
You don't know what's going to happen.
They said it's an internal brace called and it's a speed bridge. So basically, it helps. It says the speed bridge protect and repair and opens up the possibility of an earlier return. That's what I'm reading here in my notes. 4 months though, Ocho.
That's
Ocho.
crazy.
4 months. Okay, here, think about it now. October, November, December, January.
January.
That's 4 months.
I don't know. Maybe it's something else going on we don't know about. Maybe it's something. Maybe it's something else. You swapping out something and placing something else in there, man. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if they can do that with an Achilles. Now, I have heard of them using cadavers for ACLs. Now, you remember AP came back up, and I think he tore his ACL in December, and he came back and finished about 9 yards short of breaking ED's record rushing yards in the season. He won the MVP. Rushed for 2,097 yards on a very bad team. I've never seen anything like it. And but that was like December, January. That's so January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. That's 9 months. You're talking about half the time for a more serious injury.
Yeah. That's scary. That's scary to me.
And he's late 30s. AP probably was in his late 20s when that happened. So you're adding 10 years.
Does age really play a factor when it comes to injuries in the healing process, though? Do you really believe in that?
Yes. It's a proven fact. The older you are, the longer it takes you to heal. The older you are, the longer it takes you to heal. Yes.
I ain't never really believed in that. I'm just saying, just honestly, I've never really believed in that. Everybody's body's different. Everybody's body different. Everybody's body reacts different to different things. I think people heal faster than others, regardless of age. It's your DNA, it's your makeup, and just the way we are.
I'm not saying yes. Some older people, but I'm saying, but as we age, it takes longer to heal. You remember when you first came into the league, you could play a game that if somebody say, "Hey, Ocho, we need you to play a Thursday night game," you're like, "Man, I'm ready." By year 5, you're like, "Nah, man, I think I'm gonna go and push that thing to Sunday." And then by the time you got to year 8 or 9, you're like, "Yeah, Monday night game would be even better." that body, the recoverability that the body had when we were younger, that thing don't function like it once did.